Hey Reddit. What things did you do as a kid that you now realize is extremely weird? What did you just listen to? Tell me about it in the comments.
When I was around 8 years old, I liked the way clean towels tasted. Something I really enjoyed was putting a towel over a straw and drinking Kool-Aid through it. My mother wasn't a fan of having white towels covered with red spots, so she put a stop to it pretty quick.
Oh damn, that's actually really fucking weird. Nice.
I liked how clean towels tasted too. I'd get them wet and suck the water out of them for a nice beverage.
I used to stand naked in my bedroom window and try to stay as still as possible so the neighbors would think my parents had had a statue made of me. I would stand in different poses, too, so they'd think there were multiple dendronate statues which my parents would rotate around the house. The way I saw it, only important people had statues built of them. I wanted the neighbors to know they lived near a pretty important guy.
This reads like something out of a diary of a wimpy kid book.
I'm imagining your neighbors in a moral crisis as they try desperately not to look at the nude child across the street, but it just keeps reappearing in different places.
Found a cat skull buried in the garden. Pulled the teeth out and put them under my pillow for what I thought would be easy money.
God damn it, if the tooth fairy hadn't been surprised, I don't know what will surprise her.
Imagine being your parents. Where did they get those teeth? Madge. Whose teeth are they?
When I was a kid, in the 80s, I had very strict teachers. Any form of back-talking or, God forbid, swearing, would get you a quick slap and a fast march to the head teacher's office to explain yourself. My teacher once sat me down for a talk, as happened fairly often, which was basically her just berating me. In the middle of this, she suddenly stopped and told me I needed to keep my eyes under control, because I had this terrible nervous habit of twitching my eyes when she was talking to me. In actual fact, I was tracing out imaginary swear words with my eyes. Basically, drawing out things like piss off and shut up. Tracing the letters with my eyes as if they were right in front of her face. I didn't realize she could see my eye movements. I don't know why. As an adult, it's obvious that my eyes were darting all over the place and looking crazy. But child me thought that it was subtle enough that it was unnoticeable, and that I was being super sneaky. As soon as I realized she could see it, I stopped. But looking back, probably the funniest part to me now is how much it must have unnerved her. And she never did know the reason for it. To her, I must have just been the weird kid with the crazy eyes.
Oh my goodness. I just tried this with my eyes. I'm sorry, but you must have looked insane. This is so funny.
I used to have science experiments in the bathroom sink. Meaning, I'd go to the bathroom and lock the door. Once in, I'd make sure the sink drain was shut and then proceed to add every cleaner, chemical, shampoo etc. under the sink to the sink in hopes of a reaction. Never got one, but it also never stopped me from trying. In hindsight, I probably could have killed myself if I had mixed the wrong stuff. I obviously didn't.
I did this too. Then got a bunch of headaches and never did it again. Mind you, it did take a couple of headaches for me to realize me mixing random shiz gave me headaches.
Holy hell, I did exactly the same thing. Mum got mad ASF at me many times.
In grade 1, we would sit in a group on the floor in front of the teacher while she read us stories. I would sit at the back of the group against the wall and pull my pants halfway down my bum. I liked feeling the cool ground wall against my bare butt.
Gold. MFWTF, why was this upvoted Reddit moment?
I'm probably just sleep deprived, but that's hilarious.
I would add several drops of Tabasco to my unsweetened iced tea. I called it Asian tea despite knowing Tabasco and Lipton were in no way Asian. I also didn't like it very much but made myself drink it so that I could understand the Asian community better. Asian friends I have now are still baffled at the connection I tried to make.
When I was 7, on a 5-day field trip, I put salt on apples and convinced my friends this is how Armenians ate them. At that time, I have never met an Armenian, or had a good idea where Armenia was. But for some reason, I insisted that's how it's done and that by doing that I'm worldly.
When I was in elementary school, I would use one hand to cover my butt when I showered because I was afraid that a monster would warp through the bathroom wall and attack my butthole.
Reminds me of that one story about the mom who made her son wear a butt plug for a while because she was high and swore up and down monsters would come out of their child's asshole. Found the thing I'm referencing. I was a bit off with the details I recalled.
When I was around 5, I would basically act like a train and follow the lines on the playground whilst also using my hands as those little rail things on the wheels coupling rods. I would also look directly up when it was cold and use my mouth as a chimney. Honestly, it must have looked like I was insane.
That's funny as hell.
I would walk out the bathroom after taking a shiz and spread my ass cheeks to whoever was in the living room and ask, "Is my butt clean?" One time it was the guy cleaning our carpet.
That poor guy.
Imagine cleaning some person's carpet and out of nowhere this gremlin of a child hobbles out of the bathroom, spreads his cheeks, and asks you to tell him how clean his asshole is.